Good afternoon. My name is Tony Boyd, and here's my assignment 2. Something unique about me. I used to be able to solve the Rubik's Cube in less than 2 minutes. There was a kid back in my high school that I seen messing around with it, and he solved it. I was pretty impressed, so I asked him, like, can you teach me how to do it? And he did. And I kept practicing, and I was able to solve it in 2 minutes. And then at one point, I was able to solve it in 1 minute. But then, I don't know, I ended up losing it somewhere around the house. I never found it, and then when I finally did, I couldn't remember how to solve it anymore, so I was actually pretty bummed about that. About the writer of the article, her name is Mary Jane. She's from Toronto, Canada. She's been working for online magazines and databases for the past 14 years. Her work has appeared on the famed Simon & Schuster's website. In 2009, she received an Editor's Choice Award. She has her master's in psychology for language use from the University of Copenhagen in Denmark also. The name of the article is called The Importance of Teamwork in an Organizational Setting. Teamwork in an organizational setting is important because it creates a cohesive working system to get job tasks and projects done. A work team often has one leader who guides all members to reach the company's expectations. Also, each group leader must include all workers' input and opinions to help boost the motivation and job morale. But there is also a practical importance to teams within an organization. Teamwork is important within an organization in that it allows people with certain skill sets to use those abilities other workers may not have. Some employees may have better communication skills while some may be better at math. Those with similar skill sets may be placed in one department and each member can contribute something to help reach the organization's objectives. In some companies, the managers and executives may travel frequently. These higher level people may communicate to their employees through email or telephone. In these situations, teamwork is important because it allows employees to stay in touch despite being very distant from each other. There is also an element of trust and reliability because managers trust their employees will get these assignments done during their absence. Looking at all the different departments of an organization, there are times when different departments may have to work together for a certain project. For an example, the production department may work closely with the accounting department to create products on a budget. So despite having different roles in the company, both sides must work together as a team to meet the company's goals. Another reason teamwork is key in an organization is there may be people with different backgrounds and ethnicities in a single organization. With all these different experiences and cultures, there's a good chance that everybody may individually approach a project in a different way. It takes teamwork to blend all these differences together. All employees have to keep the same goal in mind and collectively understand the methods to reach the company's goals. A good teamwork quote I found was from the artist Vincent van Gogh. He said, "Great things are done by a series of small things that are brought together." I think that can relate to teamwork in that everybody on the team can do different small things, but then together as a whole it becomes something much bigger. One example I like to use is with band music. It all sounds good, but it's just a group of people who individually are doing different things. You might have one person singing, somebody else might be playing the piano, somebody else might be playing the drums. So you got everybody doing one individual thing, but then they bring it together and it sounds really good that one person couldn't possibly do by themselves. I mean, you might be able to sing really good, but you can't find somebody that can sing really well, play the piano, play a guitar, and play the drums all at the same time. That'll be impossible. So in reality, teamwork can be useful because you can divide many tasks by approaching a situation as a group. With effective use of a team, a large or even confusing job can be made much easier. The future use of the topic will remain the same. I think companies will continue to departmentalize in order to break up large jobs into smaller groups and then have the experts work at it. The experts meaning the employees, of course. I think this relates to me in that if I have a large project to do at school, if I try to do it as a group, it seems to be a little bit easier. I mean, sometimes with the group, you have to come to group decisions and you have to get everybody's opinion. But I think at the end of the day, if you have a 10-page paper, you may only end up doing 2 or 3 pages, whereas if you do the work by yourself, you have to do all 10 pages. So I think in that sense, it's better to work as a group, because at the end of the day, the work won't be as much, even though you have to learn to agree with each other. That might be more the challenging part. When it's all said and done, I'd rather do 2 pages of homework than, 10 or 11. And then here I just have the sources that I use. Thank you. Feel free to ask me any questions.